Welcome back to Bruins Fieldhouse. SNU and Henderson State about to get underway here. Let's run through the starters for you. First for Henderson State. Number 2, Chris Parker, 6'1" sophomore from Plano, Texas. Number 4, Joshua Jones, 6'5" senior from Memphis, Tennessee. He's a University of Richmond transfer. Number 5, Terrence Parker, the aforementioned UT Martin transfer. He's 6'10". He's a senior as well. Number 13, Mike Fofana, 6'9" junior, again from Memphis, Tennessee, and a UT Martin transfer. And number 24, Rel Johnson, 6'3" junior from Louisville, Kentucky. For SNU, traditional starting lineup here for the Crimson Storm. Number 3, Micah Spade, junior guard, 5'10", from Putnam City North High School in Oklahoma City. Number 15, Zach Johnson, senior 6-foot guard from Mansfield, Texas. Number 22, Quaylen Newton, 6'3" senior from Bryan, Texas. Number 25, Jonathan Dunn, 6'4" junior from San Antonio, Texas. And number 32 in the middle, Noah Starkey, 6'11" senior from Hutchinson, Kansas. Great crowd on hand for the Crimson Storm. And the Crimson Storm in the Reddies set to tip this one off here in Bruins Fieldhouse. And SNU looking to become the first team in conference history to repeat as Great American Conference tournament champions. Certainly looking to make this a little bit less stressful than they did on Thursday night in that 75-72 overtime win over Ouachita Baptist. So we're just about all set to go here. SNU, key for the Crimson Storm will be to getting out to a quick start and seeing some shots go down early, particularly for Micah Spate and Jonathan Dunn. Again, just a combined 6 of 26 on Thursday night and 0 of 11 from three-point range. Henderson State offensively a little bit hit and miss at times this season. Plenty of talent, but lack of consistency. Starkey and Parker jump center circle, and Starkey has the tip, and we're underway here in Bartlesville. Thanks again for joining us. Should be a good one between Henderson State and SNU. Micah Spade on the right wing, penetrates, kicks out Zach Johnson on the left wing. He's guarded by Rel Johnson. Gets it to Quaylen Newton, top of the key. Now right wing to Jonathan Dunn. Dunn, 7 on the shot clock, drives in. Left-hand shot's no good. Terrence Parker, the rebound for Henderson State. A little bit wide with that shot from Dunn. Parker behind the Parker screen. Fofana, entry pass to Parker, tipped around and stolen by Starkey, finally controlled by Micah Spate. Spate penetrating, bounce pass to Johnson. Johnson gets into the lane, stops, spins it back out. Micah Spate, three-pointer, it's off the mark. And Fofana has the rebound for Henderson State. Quick 0 for 2 start for SNU. Rel Johnson with it, guarded by Zach Johnson. A little bit of a weight advantage from Rel Johnson. He fires a deep straightaway three that's short. Starkey clears for SNU. Zach Johnson with it now, top of the key. Gets it to Noah Starkey at the elbow, dribbles across, hand off to Jonathan Dunn. Gets shut off by Jones. Now Spate, top of the key, shot clock's at 7. Quaylen Newton gets inside, pump fake on Fofana, and he gets it off the glass and in. First points of the game for Quaylen Newton and the Crimson Storm. Again, Quaylen Newton, a tremendous game on Thursday night, 17 points, 10 rebounds. Parker controlling up top. Now Jones looking for Rel Johnson, posting up on Zach Johnson. And a little bit of weight disadvantage. Rel Johnson pump fakes, gets through Zach Johnson and gets that one off the glass, and we're tied at 2. 2 minutes gone by here in the first half. SNU a 1 for 3 shooting start. Newton fakes the handoff to Johnson, gets it to Spate. Elbow to Starkey. Now across to Johnson on the left wing. Johnson trying to get by Rel Johnson. Johnson shaking his head at him. Now Spate with it. Again, shot clock under 10. Spate has it knocked away from behind. And he says that it kicked off of Micah Spate out of bounds. Turnover SNU. 17:32 to go first half. All tied at 2 here. Henderson State 1 for 2 with a turnover. SNU 1 for 3 with a turnover. Chris Parker coming off the screen, gets inside, puts it up. Quaylen Newton went high for the block, but Parker went higher off the glass to give Henderson State a 4-2 lead. Fofana reaches in and makes the steal on the pass to Newton. Euro steps around Newton, missed it off the glass. Jones with the tip, no. And Spate has the rebound. And Parker commits the push on Micah Spate. A little bit of a late call there, but Spate finally got the whistle they rightfully deserved. And SNU will inbound on the baseline. First foul on either team, and the first foul on Terrence Parker. Parker has started every game he's played this season, averages 16 minutes a game. Henderson State will play a lot of guys in this one. They're a deep team. Zach Johnson gets it to Starkey. High floater over Terrence Parker's no good. Jonathan Dunn crashes hard for the miss, but Rel Johnson comes away with it. Running lanes, lost it. Quaylen Newton has it. SNU back the other way. Long pass for Zach Johnson, too long from Quaylen Newton. And another turnover for SNU. Newton had Jonathan Dunn open on the left wing, but did not see him. Had already thrown it ahead to Zach Johnson, just a little bit too far for the senior from Mansfield, Texas. So already 3 turnovers for SNU. And a 4-2 deficit. Parker lost it. Gets it back with 13 on the shot clock. Between the legs dribble, hiding behind the Parker pick. Rel Johnson, now Fofana drives in. And he's called for travels. As Quaylen Newton got his hands on the ball there, Fofana called for steps. Second turnover on the Reddies. And it's a 4-2 Henderson State lead still. 16:04 to go, first half. Spate working on the right wing against Chris Parker. Goes behind the Starkey pick. Entry pass is knocked away by Terrence Parker and stolen. Rel Johnson up ahead, tried to find Terrence Parker, had no idea where the ball was, and Micah Spate picks off the pass. Spate, kick, done. Inside, stripped away by Rel Johnson, coming back the other way. Johnson, fouled by Zach Johnson, unable to finish, but he'll go to the line for 2 when we come back. 15:32 to go first half. It's 4-2 Henderson State. Timeout on the court. We'll be back after this. Welcome back. SNU trailing by 2, 4-2 to the Reddies of Henderson State. 4.5 minutes gone by. Combined 9 turnovers between the two teams, 5 for SNU and 4 for the Reddies. Rel Johnson at the line for 2 free throws. He's a 55% free throw shooter coming into the tournament. This is the first. He did go 5 of 6 from the line on Friday, which were his only points, as he went 0 for 10 from the field. Second free throw is perfect, and it's 5-2 Reddies. Henderson State extending a bit of pressure. Micah Spate working against Joshua Jones. Drives right by him, drives right by all the way to the rack. He's fouled hard by Terrence Parker, unable to get the shot to fall. He'll go to the line for 2. Second foul on Terrence Parker, and the second team foul on the Reddies. As Raekwon Rogers set to come in. One of my personal favorites in the Great American Conference in the couple years I've been covering the Storm. First free throw from Spate is good, and Rogers will get Terrence Parker out of the game. R.J. Palmer coming in for Quaylen Newton. R.J. Palmer, a rough game on Thursday. Just 4 points on 2 of 3 shooting, and he played just 12 minutes. Spade is off with the second free throw, and it's 5-3 Henderson State. Johnson, this screen from Parker, doesn't use it. Now gets it back from Fofana. Dumps it off to Raekwon Rogers, and he gets inside of Starkey with the left-hand finish. Micah Spate directing traffic, gets it to Dunn. He drives baseline on Jones. Reverse layup, too much English on that one. Starkey, the offensive rebound, puts it up and in. Jonathan Dunn being aggressive early, trying to get to the bucket. Micah Spate as well. Micah Spate with the only 3-point attempt so far for SNU, and it was a wide open look. He just missed it. Passes wide of Jones on the left wing. He gathers it in. Works his way to the right side. Driving in, fade away over Dunn is short. Raekwon Rogers with a body on Starkey, but Starkey tips the rebound over to Spate. Dunn on the left wing, now Starkey up top. Gives the handoff to Dunn. Drives, kick out top to Micah Spate. Lob up to R.J. Palmer. And he's going to be undercut by Raekwon Rogers on that lob, and that will be on the floor. First foul on Raekwon Rogers. Third team foul. SNU will inbound on the baseline. Zach Johnson out. Coleman Edwards into the game for the first time. Edwards also a little bit of a rough showing. Just one for 3 from 3-point range. He had 5 points. Only played 9 minutes on Thursday. Edwards, fade in the corner. Micah Spate, corner 3-pointer. It's good! Huge 3-pointer from Micah Spate. His first of the tournament. And SNU takes an 8-7 lead. A great sign for the Crimson Storm. Raekwon Rogers up top now on the left wing. Rel Johnson, backdoor lob to Mike Fofana, and he throws it down. Good back screen from Rogers, freed up Fofana to get away from R.J. Palmer. Dunn, top of the key. Steps inside the arc. High arcing. 2 is good. And Jonathan Dunn hits his first jump shot of the day. Parker, solid string from Rogers. Can't shake Spate though. Tries again. High floater over Starkey's no good, and Rogers is called for going over the back of Micah Spate. Spate had box out position, even though Rogers has a good 7 or 8 inches on Micah Spate. The call goes against the big fella. Then the second foul on Raekwon Rogers, so all that size that Henderson State boasts inside. Already 4 fouls on their big fellas, and Tanner Hamilton into the game for the first time. He's 6'10", doesn't quite have the girth as some of those, as Parker and Rogers. Hamilton also can step outside and shoot the 3-pointer. He's 11 of 32 this season. Ashton Charles into the game for Noah Starkey. Spate trying to create space on Hamilton. Backs it out. One-on-one with Hamilton. Spate will try a 3-pointer, and he knocked down another one, and he is fired up, yelling at the SNU bench, and that's a huge sign if you're a Crimson Storm fan. It's 13-9 SNU. Parker leaves it off for Fofana. Steps inside along 2, knocked it down. So Fofana 2 for 3 from the field to start this one. That's his first jump shot. Coleman Edwards. Ashton Charles open for 3. Yes! Crimson Storm 3 for 4 from three-point range. That's as many threes as they made all of Thursday night. A tremendous start from the field for SNU. Now 6 of 10. Fofana steps around Ashton Charles, left it short. Dunn has the miss. Working it up the right side in front of the Henderson State bench. Dunn will try his luck from 3. That's good! Timeout readies, and it's raining threes here in Bartlesville. 19-11, SNU with the lead. We'll take timeout here for a moment and be right back after this. Welcome back to Bartlesville. SNU racing out to a 19-11 lead over Henderson State, courtesy of 4 of 5 three-point shooting. Again, SNU just 3 of 22 from deep on Thursday. But Jonathan Dunn hit his first. Ashton Charles just hit a 3. Micah Spate 2 for 3 to start this one. Spate on the bench now as Zach Johnson has returned. Wide pass from Parker. Anthony Lapardis into the game for Henderson State. Hamilton harassed by Charles. Hamilton spun back around, and R.J. Palmer off to the races. Sends it back out top to Zach Johnson, and SNU will reset. Coleman Edwards guarded by Fofana. That's a mismatch. Edwards step back three-pointer on him. Oh my! That's another three-pointer, and SNU doubling up the readies. A perfect start if you're SNU to see the ball go through the basket from deep. Parker guarded by Johnson on the right wing, right in front of us. Crossover ripped away by Johnson. Johnson with Lupardis. Hard foul from Lupardis. SNU bench calling for an intentional foul. The officials both called common foul. They're having a discussion now to see if that was an intentional foul or not. It looks like they will head to the monitor to take a peek at that. And they are calling it an intentional foul on Anthony Lupardis. The officials huddle and decided it will be an intentional foul and quickly call the Crimson Storm players back to the line. So Zach Johnson will be the one who has to shoot the intentional foul free throws here. Johnson, a 70% foul shooter coming into this evening's game. First one is up and good. It's a 14-2 run over the last 2:43 for SNU. They've hit their last 7 field goals. Johnson 2 for 2 from that, and SNU will maintain possession on the baseline. So now 16-2 run. SNU with a chance to extend it even more. Johnson gets it in up top to Palmer. And Dunn with it up top. Crosses over. He's working on Chris Owens into the game for the first time. He drives in. Blocking foul called on number 23, Jeremiah Toney. And Dunn will go to the foul line for 2 free throws. Very confident looking bunch for the Crimson Storm right now. Shots are falling and they're getting whatever they want. First free throw from Jonathan Dunn is good. One more upcoming for the junior from Alamo Heights High School in San Antonio. Second one is also good. Dunn, of course, was the most outstanding player of last year's Great American Conference tournament. Looking to atone for Thursday night's performance and stake his claim to defending that. Rel Johnson back into the game now as well for Henderson State. Lupartis right in front of us, guarded by Dunn. Drives in, shot clock's at 10. Owens gets inside of Palmer, creates some space, and gets the nice floater to fall. Some good space creation there against R.J. Palmer, and that snaps a 13-0 run for SNU. Then Palmer is called for the illegal screen. Did not set himself on the screen before pivoting into Tanner Hamilton. First foul on Palmer, just the second foul on SNU. 6 fouls on Henderson State, so SNU shooting free throws the rest of the way. It's Micah Spate and Quaylen Newton set to check in next dead ball. Lupartis drives, gets around Jonathan Dunn and lays it in for 2. Strong quick burst there from Anthony Lupartis, the junior from Lee's Summit, Missouri. Ashton Charles, open, another 3. In and out, no good, and Toney clears for Henderson State. That one nearly went down and bounced in. Rel Johnson, Toney slips the screen, gathers, blocked by Palmer, and Zach Johnson has the miss. And he'll slow it down for the Storm. 9:13 to go first half, SNU leading 26-15. 5 of 7 from three-point range so far in the first half. Coleman Edwards, shake, bake, very wide and short from 3 there. Not a great shot. Coach Adam Bohach not pleased with that shot selection by the senior. Tanner Hamilton tries a 3-pointer. That's off the mark. Zach Johnson coming in, snatching that rebound away. His second of the evening. Edwards with it up top, guarded by Lupartis. Now Dunn with it on the left wing. He's guarded by Owens. From the foul line, Jonathan Dunn off to the left. Toney has the miss. Lupartis, shot fake on the deep 3. He's guarded by Dunn. Charles, strong hedge on Lupartis. Dunn is able to recover. Rel Johnson with it. Fires it into Toney. Gets 2 SNU players in the air, and he finishes through contact with the foul. Foul is going to go on Palmer. That's his second foul. Third team foul on SNU. Spate, Newton, and Starkey return. Dunn, Charles, and Palmer will take a seat. So SNU goes from more athletic to a little bit bigger as far as their lineups go. Joshua Jones back in for Henderson State. Terrence Parker set to check back in as well. Toney in and out on the free throw. Rebound is deflected out of bounds by Starkey. Hamilton, a good job forcing that action. He'll take a seat as Terrence Parker returns. Opportunity for Henderson State for a 4 or 5 point possession here. Rel Johnson inbounding on the baseline. Gets it into Lapardis in the corner, guarded by Spate. Lapardis, kick to Jones. Goes away from the Parker pick. Now Rel Johnson with it. Guarded by Zach Johnson. Hard hedge from Quaylen Newton. Rel Johnson will pull up from 3 and knock it down. Just like that, a 9-0 burst from Henderson State has made this one 26-20. It was 15 just 2 minutes ago. Spate shaking and baking on Johnson. Step back from the elbow. That's blocked. Starkey has it taken away by Lapardis. 1-on-4. Leaves it for the trailing Jeremiah Toney. He missed it. Offensive foul on Jeremiah Toney. Coleman Edwards was in position. He didn't fall to the ground, but that was absolutely the correct call, and that will bring us to a timeout on the court. 7:26 to go, first half. SNU maintaining a 26-20 lead. We'll be right back after this. (26-20) SNU leading with 7:26 to go, first half. That last foul on Jeremiah Toney, his second, 7th team foul. Henderson State coach Jimmy Elgas not pleased with the call. Edwards was certainly in the correct position for that to draw that charge. He did not accentuate the contact or fall to the ground, and I think that's what Elgas is so frustrated about, is there was just some contact there. But Edwards definitely in legal guarding position there. Personal opinion, you shouldn't have to accentuate contact to get a charge call. Edwards on the right wing with it, guarded by Jones. It's a 9-0 run for Henderson State. Entry pass to Starkey. Pivots. Wild shot. And Starkey harassed inside and throws it off the shot clock for a turnover. And Henderson State looking to extend their run. Newton gets inside of Toney, but it deflects out to Lapardis. Shot is no good. Toney mistimed his jump, and Dunn has it. Gives it back to Spate. SNU's 0 of their last 5 from the field. The scoring drought dates almost 4 minutes. Newton with it on the right wing. He's guarded by Toney. Josh Jones, a good job denying the ball to Dunn. Spate gets inside of Toney and scores with the right hand. Micah Spate, aggressive early in this one, already 9 points for the junior. Josh Jones right in front of us. Now Lapardis guarded by Micah Spate. Trying to hit Rel Johnson in the corner, and it goes out of bounds untouched. Chris Parker and Mike Fofana will come in for Toney and Lapardis. 7th turnover of the evening for Henderson State. SNU with 5 turnovers in the first 4.5 minutes, just 1 since. Johnson gets by Rel Johnson to the basket, finishes through contact. Unbelievable that there was no call as Terrence Parker walloped Johnson to the ground. Johnson scored, and it's a 10-point game. Bohach is looking for an explanation. And Parker gets around Starkey and finishes. Bohach doesn't seem pleased with the explanation. But either way, SNU still with an 8-point lead, 5.5 to go first half. Dunn with it in front of the Henderson State bench. This is the foul line, leaves it for Johnson. Dunn, 10 on the shot clock, gets inside to Quayla Newton, shovels over to Noah Starkey, tried to put it on Terrence Parker's head. Parker thought he got all ball, but the foul is going to go on Terrence Parker. That's his third. So Noah Starkey will go to the line for 2 shots. That would have been quite the finish if Starkey had been able to put it down, and it would have been quite the block if they had recorded that as clean. But neither happened, so Starkey's just at the foul line for 2 free throws. Missed the first one very short, a little bit high, more high arc than normal, and Micah Spate runs in to give his big fella some confidence. Starkey was 2 of 11 from the foul line on Thursday. Came into the tournament a 73% foul shooter. Supremely uncharacteristic from Noah, and that first foul shot tells you it's a little bit in his head. Second one is good. So good for Noah Starkey to see that go through the basket. Chris Parker's guarded by Zach Johnson over on the right wing. Uses the pick from Rogers. Good recovery by Johnson. Fofana on the right wing, guarded by Quayla Newton. Gets inside, is rejected by Newton and Starkey both. Spate coming away with it. Guarded by Josh Jones. Pull up, 3, in and out, no good. Fofana tips the rebound away from Starkey out of bounds, as Starkey was in position for a putback slam there. So SNU inbounding on the baseline with a fresh shot clock and 4:44 to go first half. Spade hits Dunn off the curl, baseline J, smooth. Nothing but the bottom of the net for Jonathan Dunn. Good to see Dunn getting in the action early here. He's 3 for 6 from the field. Parker foul line leaner is no good. Starkey tips the rebound to himself. Here comes SNU. Rogers trailing the play. Beautiful pass across to Dunn. Gets inside. A lot of contact there, no call. Rogers rips the rebound away from Dunn, who comes up holding his left shoulder a little bit, and a little bit of a grimace. Chris Owens is into the game. Josh Jones for 3. It's good. Dunn looked to be in a little bit of pain coming back down the court after trying to tangle with Raquan Rogers for that rebound. He's staying out there right now as SNU leads 33-25, 3:50 and counting in the first half. Eight on the shot clock now. Quayla Newton spins on Fofana, gets inside of Raquan Rogers, finishes through contact. A good snarl from Quayla Newton coming back the other way. A lot of contact inside, no calls. Chris Parker in the corner for Owens. 3-pointer is no good. Zach Johnson with the miss. He leaves it off for Dunn on the right wing. And SNU will go into their set. 20 on the shot clock with Spade up top. Gets the screen from Starkey. Hesitation. Waits on Rogers to fly by. Missed it. Starkey missed the tip. Rogers gets inside of Starkey to rip that second offensive rebound away. Parker all the way to the basket. Swings around, steps outside to Jones for 3. No. Starkey a big rebound. Spate has it, and he waits on traffic to clear. Bohach calling out instructions to his point guard. Spate drifts over to the right wing with the good handles. Trying to get inside to Noah Starkey. Rogers doing a great job bodying up the big fella. 7 on the shot clock. Dunn's going to have to hurry. In the corner with 3. Step back. 3-pointer. No good. That's a shot clock violation, and that'll take us to a timeout on the court. 2:23 to go first half. SNU leading by 10, 35-25. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back to Bruins Fieldhouse. SNU with a 10-point lead, 35-25. That last shot clock violation, SNU's 7th turnover of the first half. 2:23 to go. SNU in good shape with the lead and just 3 fouls so far. RJ Palmer has 2 of them. Zach Johnson the other one. Jones, hesitation, Dunn, overdone I should say, and he gets it to go. Looked like Dunn brushed his elbow a little bit, was waiting with bated breath if a foul would be called, but no foul. 2 minutes to go. Zach Johnson controlling up top. Spate in the corner, guarded by Chris Parker. Flings it cross court to Zach Johnson, inside foul line to Newton. Zach Johnson goes baseline, gets Raquan Rogers in the air, pivots back out. 6 on the shot clock with Spate. Dunn has to fire up a 3. It's blocked by Rel Johnson, who gets right in Dunn's face. No words exchanged, but Starkey and Rogers have to be separated. 3 on the shot clock here. Johnson inbounding on in front of the Henderson State bench. Spate catches it short with the 3. Rel Johnson has the miss, coming the other way for Henderson State. Johnson gets by Johnson, puts up the floater. It's short. Quayla Newton up ahead. 3-on-2 break. Dunn runs off the 3-point line, bodied up by Josh Jones. Now Johnson up top. Spate looking to entry into Starkey. Raquan Rogers doing a great job of limiting the paint touches of Noah Starkey. 10 on the shot clock again for SNU. Zach Johnson had it, lost it, timeout. He's calling for timeout, and he gets the timeout. With 3 on the shot clock once again. Good play by Zach Johnson and slow recognition by Henderson State to not jump on that loose ball there. 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here. SNU's gone cold from the field, haven't scored in 2.5 minutes. But Henderson State unable to cut into this lead by more than a bucket. SNU 0 of their last 4. And again, a struggle getting the ball into Noah Starkey. Just 3 points so far for Starkey. He's 1 of 4 from the field. Does have 5 rebounds and a pair of offensive rebounds. It's SNU doing a good job keeping Henderson State off the offensive glass. They're the number 2 offensive rebounding team in the conference. Came into the tournament averaging 12 per game. Just 1 so far this evening. Again, SNU 5 of 11 from 3-point range to start. They have missed their last 4 from deep. Johnson looking to inbound it, gets it to Dunn on the cut to the basket, and he lays it in. Beautiful play design for SNU, and Johnson hit the second man through, and an easy layup for Jonathan Dunn. Chris Parker holding up top. 49 seconds to go first half. Now Rel Johnson. Joshua Jones. Up and under. Missed it, but he is fouled. Foul is going on Jonathan Dunn. That's going to be his first. Just the 4th team foul on the Crimson Storm. And Joshua Jones will go to the line for 2 free throws. 82% foul shooter this season. Came into the tournament just 18 of 22 from the line this season. He was 2 for 2 yesterday. In and out on the foul shot. One more for Jones. 40.6 seconds on the clock. He knocks that one down to cut the deficit to 9. Bohach calling out instructions. Jonathan Dunn on the left wing. Starkey, top of the key, working on Mike Fofana, who's back in the game. Dunn gets around all the way to the basket, lays it up and in. Jonathan Dunn unabated to the rim. SNU doing a nice job bringing Starkey out and clearing the lane for SNU guards to attack. Shot clock is off. 7 on the game clock. Parker going to work. In trouble, double teamed. Fofana run off the 3-point line. At the buzzer, it's no good. And SNU with a tremendous first half and leads at the break 39-28 over Henderson State. We'll take a short break, and when we come back, we'll have first half stats and analysis, as well as a look ahead to the second half of action. Again, at halftime here in Bartlesville, SNU 39, Henderson State 28. We'll be back after this. Welcome back to halftime here in Bartlesville. SNU leading Henderson State 39-28. Crimson Storm knocked down 5 3-pointers in the first half. Again, just 3 of 22 from the three-point line on Thursday against Ouachita. SNU did miss their last 4 from three-point range, but still a great showing in the first half offensively. 48.3% from the field and 6 of 8 from the foul line, in addition to that 5 of 11 from three-point range. SNU led in scoring by Jonathan Dunn, 13 points on 5 of 10 shooting. He's done it in a variety of ways. He's hit one of his 2 3-pointers. He's 2 for 2 from the foul line, and he's been getting to the rim, and we've seen that mid-range jumper of his come back in full as well. Micah Spate, 9 points, 3 of 8 shooting. He does have a pair of 3-pointers, but missed his last 2 attempts. 4 points each for Zach Johnson and Quaylen Newton. 3 points for Noah Starkey and Coleman Edwards and Ashton Charles with 3 points off the bench each as well. Starkey's had a struggle getting the ball inside, as Raekwon Rogers and Mike Fofana, Terrence Parker done a great job of denying those post-entry passes from the outside. It'll be interesting to see how SNU looks to get the big fella going in the second half. Henderson State 7-4 lead in points off turnovers and also 18-10 on points in the paint. SNU a slight lead in second chance points 4-3 and in fast break points 3-1. Henderson State shot 44.4% in the first half, 2 of 8 from three-point range. They were 2 of 5 from the foul line. Just 1 offensive rebound for the conference's second leading offensive rebounding team. They came in averaging 12 this season, but just 1 in that first half, and that was not credited to anyone. It was actually a deflection out of bounds off a missed free throw. They were letting scoring by Rel Johnson and Josh Jones, 6 points apiece, 4 assists for Rel Johnson, as well as a steal and a pair of blocks. Johnson doing a little bit of everything for the transfer from Roane State Community College. 4 points for Mike Fofana, and then 2 points each for Terrence Parker, Chris Parker, Raekwon Rogers, Anthony Lapardis, Chris Owens, and Jeremiah Toney. It's a well-balanced effort for Henderson State, but not amounting to anything more than an 11-point deficit here at halftime. SNU doing a nice job on Chris Parker, just 1 of 3 from the field. Terrence Parker, the big fella in the middle, 3 fouls in the first half. Raekwon Rogers also with 2 fouls in that first half. Jeremiah Toney has 2 as well. Only foul trouble for SNU is R.J. Palmer. He picked up 2 fouls quickly in the first half. Zach Johnson has a foul and Jonathan Dunn has a foul, and those are the only fouls in the entire game so far for SNU. Crimson Storm and Henderson State each turned the ball over 7 times in that first half. SNU came up with 4 steals, 3 for the Reddies. Starters back on the court for SNU. And the aggression from the three-point line was a great sight to see. However, it'll be important for SNU to keep the momentum going, as again, they missed their last 4 three-point attempts, but still led by as many as 15 in the first half. Part of a 13-0, which led from a 13-0 scoring run. Henderson State starting with the ball, moving right to left. From our vantage point here, courtside at Bruins Fieldhouse, Rel Johnson, driving kick. Chris Parker on the hockey pass from Fofana. Floater in the lane is good for Chris Parker, and Parker quickly back on the board with his second field goal of the evening. Spate with it, moving over to the left wing. Now goes right, backdoor lob to Jonathan Dunn for the alley-oop. Throwdown. Sensational backdoor pass from Micah Dunn, and Jonathan Dunn with a 2-hand throwdown. And it's back to an 11-point lead. A bit of a charge into the SNU faithful here. Terrence Parker, sweeping hook across the lane. He is fouled by Noah Starkey. Official on the far side said Noah got him on the elbow, and Terrence Parker will go to the line for 2 free throws. He's a 40% free throw shooter this season, just 14 of 35. In his senior campaign. First free throw is in and out, no good. And he'll have one more coming. 6'10 senior, originally from Wilson, North Carolina. He knocks down the second free throw, and it's a 10-point game, 41-31. 1 minute gone by here in the second half. Fofana gambled and lost, and SNU unable to take advantage. Dunn, fadeaway baseline, no good. Starkey battling for the rebound with Fofana. It's Fofana who comes away with it. Parker finds Parker down low, tried to create some space, and gets the shot to go in. With Terrence Parker with 3 points early here in the second half. Zach Johnson in front of us on the right wing. Now Dunn up top. Guarded by Josh Jones. Micah Spate with it. Goes baseline. Wraparound pass, knocked away and stolen by Fofana. Chris Parker coming the other way. Rel Johnson top of the key. Now Fofana on the left wing, guarded by Newton. Entry pass to Parker. Terrence Parker thought better of it. Now back to Fofana. Long two behind the pick from Parker, and he gets it to go, and it's 41-35. SNU's lead whittled down to 6 here in the first 2 minutes of the second half. Here SNU got out to some big first half leads against Henderson State in the regular season in both contests, and the Reddies frittered away in the second half and made it tight. Spate misses the floater, but Newton's there for the offensive putback to push the lead back to 8. Parker calls out the play up top. Micah Spate guarding Chris Parker. Now Terrence Parker, extended top of the key. Rel Johnson, backdoor lob for Fofana. Newton read it like a safety, picked off the pass, and Micah Spate's coming the other way. Handoff to Zach Johnson. Rel Johnson's guarding him top of the key, behind the Starkey pick. Crossover dribble, now Dunn. And an offensive foul is called on Quaylen Newton for hooking Mike Fofana, trying to get in position to receive the pass. It's the first foul on Quaylen Newton, second on SNU here in the second half. Parker up top, guarded by Spate, goes behind the Terrence Parker pick. Two Parkers on the court at the same time is a problem. Parker across the lane. High floater's no good. Terrence Parker blocked by Newton on the putback. Spate, bounce pass up ahead to Zach Johnson, gets inside of Fofana and scores through contact. Again, that's the fourth or fifth time an SNU players finished through contact without an and-one opportunity. The lead is back to 10. Josh Jones goes away from Dunn, fades, nope, leaves it off for Parker. Now Chris Parker, foul line jumper, blocked by Zach Johnson. Newton has the miss, here comes Micah Spate down the left side. Goes behind the Newton pick, to the baseline, leaves it for Starkey, the two-hand smash! Noah Starkey on the rack attack, and SNU's lead is 12. 16 minutes to go in this one. Chris Parker, Rel Johnson tried to pass, did not get it all the way there, but Chris Parker has it. Trying to create space on Micah Spate. Fofana, wild shot, left hand no good. Terrence Parker, the offensive miss, blocked by Starkey. SNU's defense rearing its head right now. Micah Spate on the left side. Bounce pass Newton. Trying to back down Fofana. He spins around. Didn't get him to spin home. Starkey couldn't get the putback to spin in. And here come the Reddies. Behind the back, Rel Johnson. Zach Johnson strips it. Up ahead, Quaylen Newton. Can we get a highlight here? Layup and the foul! Quaylen Newton with the finish. The foul's going to go on Mike Fofana. That's his first, and that'll take us to a timeout on the court. 15-18 here to go in Bartlesville. SNU leading by 14 with a chance to extend it when we come back right after this. Welcome back courtside here at Bruins Fieldhouse. SNU in the midst of an 8-0 run over the last 2.5 minutes. The defense has clamped down on the Reddies. Henderson State's missed their last 4 field goals. A couple of turnovers sandwiched in there as well. Already 2 turnovers here in the second half for Henderson State, and Quaylen Newton headed to the foul line to complete the 3-point play opportunity. That last foul on Mike Fofana was his first, the first team foul on the Reddies here in the second half. Newton bends, extends, missed it. Fofana the rebound. Second biggest lead of the afternoon or the evening for SNU. Biggest was 15 at 26-11. Rel Johnson working on Spate, nearly lost the dribble. Now Newton charges in and is called for the foul. Just a smidge too aggressive there, I guess. I'm not sure Coach Bohach can't believe it. Newton can't believe it either. Official indicates that Newton pulled Johnson's arm away in going for that loose ball. Seems to satisfy Bohach. R.J. Palmer into the game for Quaylen Newton. Newton 8 points this evening. He's had a tremendous tournament thus far. Inbounds comes to Fofana. Drives. That was blocked or deflected or something. Fofana wanted a foul call. Either way, Spade up ahead. Zach Johnson lays it in. Biggest lead of the evening for SNU. I believe that was R.J. Palmer who got the block. That is the credit. Chris Parker with it up top. Now Josh Jones driving baseline on Dunn. Shut down by Dunn and Starkey. Has to kick it back out. Dangerous pass corralled by Parker. Parker goes around the screen from Terrence Parker. Gets inside of it. Loops around off the glass. No good. R.J. Palmer the rebound, and here he comes. Gets it over to Zach Johnson. Adam Bohach calling out the play, and SNU will set up the offense with 18 on the shot clock. Spate working across the court over to the SNU bench. Now back, top of the key, guarded by Chris Parker. Starkey with the pick. Spate steps inside the three-point line. Missed it. Starkey missed the rebound, so did Palmer, and Josh Jones has it, pushing tempo for Henderson State. Good recovery by the Crimson Storm. Zach Johnson gets inside of Terrence Parker, knocks the pass away. One-on-one with Josh Jones, and he got the layup to go! Timeout, Henderson State. As SNU has opened up an 18-point lead. Bohach still wanting a foul call on that. We'll take timeout too, as the run has been extended to 12-0 for the Crimson Storm. 13:46 to go in this one. SNU firmly in control. We'll be back after this. SNU in the midst of a 12-0 run over the last 4 minutes of game action. They've extended their lead to 18 over Henderson State with 13:46 to go in this one. Defense leading the offense here for SNU in the second half. SNU up to 7 steals. 3 of those coming here in the second half. Raekwon Rogers into the game for Terrence Parker. Anthony Lupartis in as well. Rogers missed the floater in the lane, right at the rim. R.J. Palmer behind the back, steps around Lupartis, and he's fouled. It's It's going on Jeremiah Toney. That's going to be his third. R.J. Palmer with a sweet behind-the-back dribble at midcourt to free himself for the attack to the basket. Palmer going to the line for 2 free throws. His first attempts of the afternoon. And he knocks down the first one. That's R.J. Palmer's first shot attempt of any sort. Palmer did not get to the free throw line on Thursday. Edwards and Ashton Charles in. Zach Johnson and Noah Starkey will take a seat. A little bit of a longer run than normal for Zach Johnson there. Palmer misses the second. The lead is 19. Rel Johnson with it. Now Josh Jones. The right wing guarded by Dunn. Rel Johnson's hounded by Micah Spate. Jeremiah Toney, strong left-hand drive, but he missed it. And Raekwon Rogers called for the foul, going for the rebound. That's his third team foul on Henderson State. Great defense from Ashton Charles on that drive by Toney. R.J. Palmer, top of the key, now left wing to Micah Spate. Entry pass nearly stolen, and finally it is. Knocked away by Rogers. Josh Jones goes in strong and finishes, and SNU quickly back the other way. Dunn on the left wing, guarded by Jones. Dunn fades. High floater, nothing but the bottom of the net. Beautiful shot from Jonathan Dunn. Henderson State, one of their last 9 field goal attempts. And those points by Jones on the fast break, they're first in a little over 5 minutes. Jones hounded. Lepardis over to Johnson on the right wing. Floater from Rel, no good. Rogers going for the box out, and he's called for another foul on the offensive rebound. Looked like Micah Spade had maybe undercut him a little bit, but that was not the call. Either way, that's number 4 on Raekwon Rogers. Tanner Hamilton into the game for him, and number 3, Eric Daly, senior from Little Rock, Arkansas, into the game for the first time this evening. Daly's appeared in 13 games this season, averaging 7.5 points. Spate drifts over to the left wing. Backdoor lob, R.J. Palmer. Unable to get the lob down. Recollected but missed the shot. And Daly up ahead with it for Henderson State. Lepardis guarded by Coleman Edwards. Josh Jones shooting over Dunn. Long 2 is good. Good shot from Josh Jones there. Jones up to 10 points. First player in double figures for Henderson State. Edwards passes wide, but Dunn corrals it. Pulls the trigger for 3. Just long. Hamilton had the rebound, and Charles with the foul going for the loose ball there. Going to be his first 4th team foul on SNU, and that'll take us to a timeout on the court. 11:27 to go here at Bruins Fieldhouse. First semifinal action. SNU up comfortably 56-39, but a lot of time left in this one. We'll be back after this. SNU leading this one 56-39, 11:27 to go in the first semifinal game of the GAC Tournament Championship on the men's side. On the women's side, the final is set. 1 o'clock tip time for SWOSU and Arkansas Tech. Arkansas Tech with a 87-83 overtime win over SNU earlier this afternoon. Just a gut-wrenching loss for the Crimson Storm, but a bright future ahead for Trent May's program. Southeastern and Oklahoma Baptist will follow us here. Guys championship will be at 3:30 as Josh Jones buries a three-pointer from the right wing, and it's 56-42. Quick 5-0 burst for the Reddies, who had hit 2 of their last 11 field goals before that one. Spate driving on Daly, leaves it off for Dunn. Dunn gets around everyone and lays it in. Great seal from R.J. Palmer to allow Dunn to get around the corner. And Dunn finished strong at the rim. 19 points for Jonathan Dunn on 8 of 15 shooting. Dunn finished with 10 on Thursday, but he took 3 of 15 shots to get there. Josh Jones well off the mark. Coleman Edwards tracks it down. Euro step around Daly, finishes, and the foul! Coleman Edwards Euro stepped right around Eric Daly there and finished through contact. And will go to the line for a three-point play opportunity. Second bucket of the game for Edwards, who hit a three-pointer in the first half. Edwards is off with the free throw, and Jeremiah Toney has the miss. Daly up top, gets a screen from Toney. Baseline, backdoor cut from Josh Jones, and the foul on R.J. Palmer. Great look from Eric Daly to hit the cutting Josh Jones on the baseline. And Jones will go to the line for 1. Zach Johnson checking in for Micah Spate, who takes a seat with 9 points. Spate's 3 of 10 from the field. And Jones completes the three-point play. Spate got 9 points quickly in this one, but has struggled a little bit from the field since. Zach Johnson controlling with SNU holding a 15-point lead. But pass for Charles deflected and stolen by Toney. Goes all the way with the one-hand throwdown. And SNU's lead down to 13. Again, a quick 5-0 burst from the Reddies. So we're under 10 minutes to play here. Semifinal number 1. Again, Southeastern and Oklahoma Baptist follow us here. Pass deflected out of bounds by Toney. There's Jimmy Elgus wondering where the tip. Zach Johnson trying to get it in, gets it into Palmer. No, it's stolen by Hamilton. Hamilton by himself. Zach Johnson tries to steal it, but instead fouls Hamilton. So SNU coming a little bit unhinged here. And Starkey and Newton will check in. That's the 16th foul on the Crimson Storm. That's the second foul on Johnson. Charles and Palmer will check out. Henderson State inbounding on the baseline. Lupartis hounded by Dunn. Zach Johnson gets around Josh Jones with the swipe. It's his third. Long lead pass ahead to Dunn. Dunn finds Starkey, finishes, and the foul. Great find from Jonathan Dunn. Adam Bohach having a firm conversation with Jack Johnson over there. Starkey hits the foul shot. He's 2 of 3 from the line today. Good confidence builder for Noah Starkey. Terrence Parker back in. Tanner Hamilton will take a seat. And a quick response from SNU pushes the lead back to 16 at 63-47. Tony at the extended elbow. Zach Johnson gets caught up in a pick, but Jones missed the three-pointer from the right wing, and Newton has the rebound. Zach Johnson with it. Penetrates. Lob for Starkey's too fast and too high. And that will go out of bounds. Micah Spate coming to get Zach Johnson. Josh Jones out, Eric Daly out. Chris Parker has returned, as well as Chris Owens. They join Lupartis, Terrence Parker, and Jeremiah Toney on the court for Henderson State. 9 minutes to go, SNU leading by 16. Both teams with 16 fouls. We'll have free throws the rest of the way here. Owens all the way. Blocking foul called on Quaylen Newton. That's going to be number 3 on Quaylen. Tried to step over and take the charge. Did not get there in time, and Chris Owens will shoot 2 free throws. Owens a 78% free throw shooter this season, his first trip to the foul line today. First free throw is off the front rim and backboard and in. He'll have one more coming. Second one is also good for Owens, and the lead is 14, 63-49. We're under 9 minutes to play here. Jimmy Elgus imploring his team to dig deep on the defensive end. Spate looking for the entry pass to Starkey. Instead, he'll go baseline wraparound pass stolen by Lupartis, trying to hit Edwards in the corner. Not a great idea. Parker managed to get the ball down before he traveled. Chris Owens pulls the trigger for 3. That's short. Lupartis able to track down the long miss. Wraparound pass for Terrence Parker. He missed it. Starkey has the rebound for SNU, and they'll slow down. A little bit of ragged play here for SNU. 13 turnovers for the Crimson Storm. 11 for Henderson State. Newton's pass is deflected and stolen by Terrence Parker. Henderson State coming the other way. Chance to cut this 14-point lead down. Partis hesitates, finds a wide open Owens for 3. It's off the back iron, no good. Terrence Parker tips the rebound away from Newton. Backing down Noah Starkey. Left-hand shot rolls in somehow. And the lead is 12 for SNU. And Adam Bohach wants timeout. We'll take timeout with them. 7:30 to go here. Henderson State in the midst of a rally. It's cut the lead down to 12. 63-51 SNU. We'll be back after this. SNU struggling with turnovers here in the second half. They had 7 in the first 20 minutes, already 7 in the first 12 and a half minutes here, and several in the last possessions. Zach Johnson, Newton, Starkey, Edwards, and Spate on the court right now for SNU. Mike Fofana back in the game for Henderson State. Micah Spate controlling on the right wing in front of us. Gets the screen from Starkey. Gets in the lane. Floater is good, and the foul. Foul is on Chris Parker. That's his first. 7th team foul on Henderson State. Spate to the line for one free throw here. Knocks it down, and the lead is 15 once again at 66-51. A lot of time left here, and Henderson State certainly not known for their consistency on the offensive end. Micah Spate called for the foul trying to get over the Terrence Parker screen. That will send Josh Jones to the line for a 1-and-1 opportunity. 8th team foul, first on Spate. In SNU and no semblance of foul trouble. Quaylen Newton does have 3, but he's the only one with 3 for SNU. Jones hits the first. One more coming for the senior from Memphis. He's a University of Richmond transfer, and he knocks down both. Cut the lead to 13. Eric Daly back in. Chris Parker will take a seat. Henderson State applying some full court pressure here. Zach Johnson in the corner. Now Newton up top. Gets it up ahead to Edwards. Finds Zach Johnson in the corner, and he'll set up top with Micah Spate. Spate drives in, stripped by Daly, goes out of bounds. Elgis wanted that off Micah Spate's leg to no avail. 14 on the shot clock. SNU inbounding on the baseline. Comes into Johnson, guarded by Lupardis. Johnson, now Spate with it. 7 on the shot clock. Johnson, pump fake. Spate, wide open for 3. Yes! Micah Spate left wide open, and he made him pay. First 3-pointer since the first half for Spate. He's up to 15 points. And a huge bucket when SNU needed it. Daly on the right wing, guarded by Edwards, wanting Parker to get the screen. Edwards gets around it, no problem. Fofana baseline, Lupardis up top. 8 on the shot clock. Blows by Johnson. Daly in the corner for 3, and he answers. Great shot from Eric Daly as the shot clock was winding down. Deep fadeaway in the corner. And the lead is still 13, 69-56. We're under 6 minutes to play. Zach Johnson controlling up top. Now Edwards on the right wing, trying to get it down low to Starkey. The double team comes. Starkey finds Spate. Pump fakes, wide open for 3 again. Yes! Spate got Daly to fly by on the pump fake, and Fofana was late on the closeout. Back-to-back threes for Micah Spate. And SNU leads 72-56, 5.5 minutes to go. Josh Jones baseline, guarded by Zach Johnson. He spins, and Johnson nearly had the pick. Unable to get it. Bohach not pleased with his seniors reaching in and trying to get the steal. And he stares Johnson down as he comes off the court. Johnson with 3 steals this evening, but he's gambled on a few more, and Bohach not pleased with that. Jones hits the first of the 1-and-1 attempt. That's the 9th team foul. 3rd on Zach Johnson. Jones hits both. Chris Parker back in for Daly. Henderson State continues to extend pressure. Rel Johnson is also back in the game. Ashton Charles in for Quaylen Newton. Edwards, now Spate bringing it up against minimal pressure. Ticking down to 5 minutes to go in this one. SNU has led nearly the entire way. They seized control early with a 13-0 run to gain a 26-11 lead. Dunn on the right wing, 7 on the shot clock. Creates some space, lost it, gets it back. Missed the jumper. Ashton Charles the offensive rebound. He puts it up, he missed it, and Terrence Parker clears. Rel Johnson, pass ahead to Fofana. Drives through Charles. Foul is called up top on the bump from Ashton Charles. 10th team foul on SNU, and that's going to send Mike Fofana to the line for 2. Second foul on Ashton Charles. Fofana, a 68.5% free throw shooter this season. It's his first trip to the line this evening, though. Missed the first one, in and out, no good. 4:43 to go, SNU leading 72-58. One more coming. Fofana gets it to roll in. And we'll see full court pressure the rest of the way from Henderson State. Edwards breaks it, no issue. Nearly trapped on the sidelines, but evades it, no issue, no problem. Jones nearly shot that passing lane, but Dunn has it. Crossover dribble, gets inside, blocked and fouled by Terrence Parker. That's going to be number 4 on the big fella. That'll send Jonathan Dunn to the line for 2 free throws. Dunn with 19 points. He's the second leading scorer in this game. Josh Jones with 20 for Henderson State. Micah Spate with 18. And Dunn 2 nights after a 3 for 15 performance. He's 8 of 16 from the field, 1 of 3 from three-point range. Overall, SNU 7 of 14 from three-point range. They started the game 5 for 7, so they're just 2 for their last 7. But 50% is a lot better than the 16% they shot on Thursday. One more coming for Jonathan Dunn. Just gets it over the front of the rim. Gives Dunn 21 points and a 15-point lead for SNU. Chris Parker's back in. Jeremiah Toney also back in. He was on the corner getting some treatment, and he traveled. Thought about the three-pointer too much. Probably should have taken that instead of traveling. And a turnover for Henderson State. Their 12th of the evening. SNU will inbound on the sidelines. Charles gets it into Zach Johnson, no issue. Johnson leaves it for Spate. Guarded full court by Chris Parker. Zach Johnson up top. Now Dunn, guarded by Rel Johnson. Uses the Starkey pick. Tries to go baseline on Fofana. Johnson bumps Dunn and fouls. That'll send Dunn back to the line for a 1-and-1, and it'll take us to a timeout on the court. Nope, just kidding. Yes. Exactly 4 minutes throws me for a loop, but Dunn will be at the line for a 1-and-1 opportunity when we come back after this. SNU leading 74-59 over Henderson State. Four minutes to play here in Bartlesville. SNU in front by 15, 74-59. Jonathan Dunn stepping to the line for a 1-and-1 opportunity. That last foul on Rel Johnson was his first of the evening. Dunn bends and shoots. Left it short. And Toney has the miss for Henderson State. Josh Jones on the left wing, guarded by Dunn. Now Fofana. Rel Johnson guarded by Micah Spate. Chris Parker is bumped by Zach Johnson, and He's called for the foul. That's going to be number 4 on Zach Johnson. With 3:44 to play, that'll send Chris Parker to the line for 2. His first trip to the line, and for the 82.7% free throw shooter. Hits the first. One more coming for Parker. He knocks it down. Chris Owens coming in for Parker. Charles gets it into Spate. It's trapped quickly. Long lead pass up ahead to Dunn. Dunn hesitates, is blocked at the rim by Fofana, but Starkey's there for the offensive rebound, and Tony reaches in and fouls him. That'll send Noah Starkey to the line for 2. Number 4 on Jeremiah Tony. So Starkey back to the line where he's 2 for 3 today. 8 points, 11 rebounds for the senior from Hutchinson, Kansas. Looking to extend a 13-point lead for SNU. First free throw is high and long. Spade, another love tap for his center. Parker and Tanner Hamilton into the game now. Second one for Starkey, rolls off. Ashton Charles battling for it, but Fofana has it. Chris Parker quickly up ahead to Josh Jones. Kicked it, and Micah Spade has it. Crossover, one-on-one with Hamilton. Gets inside through contact, and he got it to go. Henderson State quickly back the other way. Rel Johnson attacks Ashton Charles. And a foul's called on Ashton Charles. Adam Bohach wondering why Micah Spate didn't get the contact in the back on this end. It's number 3 on Ashton Charles, and it'll send Rel Johnson to the line for 2. First free throw for Johnson is short. 1 for 2 at the line on his only attempt, and Jimmy Elgas going offense for defense here with Chris Owens and Jeremiah Tony. Chris Parker and Tanner Hamilton, it seemed to be the offensive-minded guys. Second one for Johnson is good. The lead is 14 for SNU. Spate trapped on the sideline, gets it over to Ashton Charles. Needing some help, finds Johnson on the sideline. Beats Jones to the corner and gets it up top to Micah Spate, and SNU will run some offense here as 3 minutes to go. 15 on the shot clock. Johnson with it up top as we're under 10 on the shot clock. Johnson gonna have to hurry. Dunn wide open in the corner for 3. It's off, no good. Tony has the miss. Great look from Dunn, just missed it a little bit wide to the right. Fofana tried to drive on Starkey, no. Josh Jones baseline jumper, in and out, no good. And Spate has the miss. Gets it across to Zach Johnson. 2.5 minutes to play. Dunn spins away from the steal attempt by Tony. SNU content to run some clock. Bounce pass, Charles, Starkey, and the foul! Great controlled pass from Ashton Charles, and Noah Starkey finished as he was fouled by Chris Owens. The first foul on Owens will send Noah Starkey back to the line for one shot to complete the 3-point play and extend a 16-point lead. Free throws in and out, no. Ashton Charles battling hard inside for those rebounds, unable to get that one. Parker driving baseline, a clear push-off on Johnson. Hamilton had the rebound, lost it. Starkey has it up ahead to Spate. Adam Bohach content to run some clock here. So we tick down to 2 minutes to go. 16-point lead for SNU. Henderson State without a field goal in over 4 minutes. Spate, a 3-point of his own. It's good. Timeout SNU, and the Crimson Storm on the verge of advancing to tomorrow's championship game. 19-point lead for SNU, 81-62 with 1:47 to play. We'll take time out and come back with the finish of this one right after this. SNU looking to close out this semifinal win over Henderson State. 81-62, the Storm lead this one. 1:47 to go. Chris Parker has to hurry for Henderson State. Knocked away by Johnson, but Parker gets it back, and now a foul called on Zach Johnson. That's going to be his 5th. That's going to do it for the senior from Mansfield. Zach Johnson fouls out with 10 points, 4 of 4 shooting. Had 3 steals and 4 assists to go along with 3 rebounds. Also had a block. He was extremely aggressive on the defensive end tonight. Had 3 steals, but nearly had at least 3 or 4 others. He got called for a foul, going for at least 3 or 4 more after that. Chris Parker knocks down both free throws. Cut the lead to 17. Charles gets it into Spate. Now back to Charles. Charles breaks the trap, gets it over to Coleman Edwards. Edwards in front of the SNU bench, looking to run some clock here, hounded by Chris Parker. Edwards. Now Spate in the corner for another 3. Yes, sir. Micah Spate feeling it tonight. 6 of 9 from 3-point range. Gives him 26 this evening. And SNU well in control as we tick toward a minute. Tanner Hamilton, long 3-point tries, no good. Spate the rebound. And it's all over but the shouting here in Bartlesville as SNU will advance to tomorrow's championship game with an opportunity to defend their tournament title of a year ago. Spate dribbling up top, guarded by Daly. Now Edwards, Jonathan Dunn with 5 on the shot clock. Gonna have to hurry. Unaware of the shot clock. And Adam Bohach. Pleased that he just ran the clock out to a degree. 35.7 seconds to go. Parker with it. Now Daly up top, guarded by Edwards. Parker, floater over Starkey's an air ball, and Spade has it. And that's going to do it here. 84-64 is going to be your final as SNU knocks off a feisty Henderson State team with a dominating performance. Will advance to tomorrow's championship game with the win over the Reddies. Not quite a wire-to-wire finish, but close for SNU as SNU wins 84-64 over the Reddies of Henderson State. Micah Spate, 26 points on 9 of 16 shooting. He knocked down 6 3-pointers. Jonathan Dunn finished with 21 on 8 of 18 shooting, as SNU shot 55% for the game and knocked down 9 of 17 3-pointers. Just a tremendous showing for SNU, and again, an opportunity to become the first team in Great American Conference history to win back-to-back tournament titles. We're joined now by Coach Adam Bohach, and Coach, just a tremendous performance from you guys. just a tremendous performance from you guys today and a great bounce back from Micah and Jonathan. Did you have to say anything to them after their shooting performance on Thursday night, or are they able to self-motivate and just turn it around like that?
Yeah, I mean, you never try to miss, right? And so we're trying really hard, and tonight they went in because we played really hard and we played really well.
Really active on the defensive end as well. You guys turned defense into offense, especially there in that first half run, and then in the second half to really gain control. Do you like the defensive intensity you guys were showing this evening?
Yeah, I thought we were really connected and talking, and the guys' hands, were really active, and we're able to knock a couple loose and get going the other direction.
Coach, thank you for your time. We will see you in the press conference.
Thanks, guys. I've never not went in there with my team.
That's all right. No, thank you.
Running through the final stats of SNU's 20-point win tonight. SNU again finished the evening 55% from the field. They were 9 of 17 from three-point range, 11 of 20 from the foul line. 62% shooting in the second half, 18 of 29. They were 4 of 6 from three-point range, just 5 of 12 from the foul line, but fortunately that did not matter as much tonight. SNU led in scoring by Micah Spate, 26 points on 9 of 16 shooting. He hit 6 of 9 three-pointers. 21 points for Jonathan Dunn on 8 of 18 shooting. Dunn was extremely aggressive getting to the basket. Only took 4 three-pointers tonight. He was 1 of 4 from three-point range. Zach Johnson and Noah Starkey each with 10 points for SNU. Johnson fouled out with a couple minutes left. He had 4 assists and 3 steals to go along with those 10 points. He was a perfect 4 of 4 from the field. Noah Starkey 4 of 8. It was a difficult day for him inside as Henderson State did a great job bodying him up and preventing those entry passes down low. 10 points, 12 rebounds, 4 of those on the offensive end, a pair of assists and a steal to go along with 2 blocks for Noah Starkey. Quaylen Newton had 8 points, 4 rebounds, 3 steals for the senior from Bryan. RJ Palmer with 1 point off the bench. Coleman Edwards had 5 points off the bench, and Ashton Charles 3 points off the bench as well. For Henderson State, 20 points for Josh Jones on 6 of 11 shooting. He was the only player in double figures for the Reddies this evening. Henderson State had finished with 9 steals, 13 turnovers, rated 9 steals and 15 turnovers for SNU. 8 points for Chris Parker, just 2 of 9 shooting. Henderson State shot 40% for the game, just 4 of 14 from three-point range. They did go 16 of 22 from the foul line. 7 points for the trio of Rel Johnson, Mike Fofana, and Terrence Parker. 2 points apiece for Raquan Rogers and Anthony Lupardis. 4 points for Chris Owens and Jeremiah Toney, and 3 points for Eric Daly. SNU controlled things after a brief early 6-2 lead for Henderson State with 15:09 to go in the first half. SNU went on a 13-0 run midway through that first half to take a 26-11 lead, and Henderson State never got closer than a few the rest of the way as SNU led the entire second half and most of the first half. Henderson State led points off turnovers 17-13. SNU ended up leading the points in the paint category 38-30. Second chance points, SNU 6, Henderson State 5. SNU got out and ran pretty well tonight, 14-7 in fast break points. And overall, just a terrific performance from the Crimson Storm after a less than stellar outing against Ouachita on Thursday evening. Oklahoma Baptist and Southeastern on the court warming up right now. We will see the winner of that game on Saturday at 3:30. Tip time for the championship here in Bruin Fieldhouse. The Crimson Storm looking to repeat as tournament champions for the first time in their history and to be the first team in conference history to repeat as tournament champions. Thank you for joining us for the broadcast this evening. Again, I'm Luke McConnell. We will see you tomorrow afternoon as SNU goes for a second straight championship. We'll see you here at Bruins Fieldhouse tomorrow.